Now, can you guys hear me? Testing. Okay, it's working. You know this. The software sometimes just kicks my headset off and puts on another one. I'm like, I'm not using that one. Sorry. Okay, so we have this is our zone. 75.11 is the middle. 76.31 is the top. 73.91. This zone worked really nicely on the old contract, and it's going to work really nicely on this one. You can see we did a nice big look below and fail. Rotation up. Right now we've had a rotation lower. We've just hit 75.11. For larger traders, right? For you folks who know what they're doing, right? You have the capital, right? This is a 240 point zone. Can you still not hear me? Oh my lord, hang on. Can you guys hear? Can someone give me a yes, no? Okay. Thanks, Elsie. Okay. All right, cool. So this, sorry, perfectly. Sorry, Leslie, must be your speakers. This zone, it pays, okay? This zone is 240 points, right? Even if you cut it up, even if you cut it in half and you're a swing trader and you've got the dough, you can do it, right? You can really, really bank well on this, you know? Because what you're doing is you're shorting once it gets under 31, your stop is 31, and then, if you short 100 contracts, cover 20 at every level, all the way down, boom, boom, boom. Same with the look below and fail, right? So this now beginning traders, you're not going to be able to do this, okay? But you can learn how to do this and make $500 a day before you look for the $1,000 trades, right? Why not make a couple of grand a day, right? It's the same concept as on the 1 minute chart. There's no difference. The business is exactly the same, right? So where are we here? We are back up. Overnight inventory is long. Now, let's see who's awake and who waked and baked. Overnight inventory correcting, yes or no? What do you think? Is overnight inventory correcting at this time? No. Good. Thank you, LC. So we're long, but we're not correcting yet. What does that tell you, right? What does that tell you? It tells you the market is bid, right? It tells you that all of the cheap supply from yesterday at the end of the day, all of the cheap supply from yesterday at the end of the day, and the cheap supply from the overnight is gone, right? So there's the close, 75, 10, 12, single prints, little short position here, right? One time framing up, trend up. So that's this correction that we had from 75.63 down to 30. That 30-point correction shook out a lot of that loose paper, right? And boom, we popped it back up. Let's see if we can pop the top, which is the overnight high. And if that's the case, let's go mark our stops because you always want to mark where the sellers are going to be. Now, how do I know the sellers are going to be there? Because I was a seller for decades and I am still a seller. Once a seller, always a seller. There are two kinds of people. There are people who sell people things, and then there are consumers, there are buyers. I'm not a consumer, right? I'm a seller. Give me 20, 50, 100 million shares. Let me make a market and get rid of it for you, right? Let's go to work. So I'm always thinking like a seller. You should too, because the sellers are the ones who are setting the price. Sellers set the price according to the buying that's coming in. So if there's no buying coming in, what do people do? They put stuff on sale, right? Now we got a nice little move up here. Let's see if we backfill. Let's see if we backfill. What does a backfill mean? Backfill means do we tease them and take the price under 61? If we run out of buyers, we got to put it on sale, right? Let's mark it down a little bit and see if they nibble, right? That's what this software is doing. In the old days, it'd be somebody giving orders to a clerk to give to the trader. They don't want to buy it at 66. Let's see if they'll take some at 65. What's their appetite like at 64? What do you got? What do you got? Show me what you got. And the chart is showing you. All you got to do is listen, right? What's the chart showing you now? It's telling you that they don't need to sell under, what is that, 52 and 3/4, 53. Right now, they don't need to sell under that price because you got a bunch of suckers here who are willing to buy it, right? So they're going to try and raise the price and push it up and see if they follow, right? There we go. Now, if enough people are short here, once we take out the top of this area, they'll start to come in cover and you'll get this. It's the same thing. All see, look, watch. Let's watch 65 3/4. Can we? Ah, there's the print right there. Can we take out 66 1/4? Right now, some jokers are going to sell into there. I mean, I would. If I had 63, 64 inventory on a couple of hundred contracts, I'm out at 65 3/4. Thank you. It's been nice doing business, right? Hey, Syed, how you doing? Say hi to Dad. All right, so they're taking it. Look, right? They're taking it. They're taking it. The offer is moving higher, right? And we saw this happening. What was the sort of foreshadowing? Foreshadowing was look at this level here. You got 62 3/4. The candles cannot transact. They're moving up. That little space means there's a bid, right? Show me a bid, right? It's like the Neil Diamond song, "Love on the Rocks." Ain't no surprise. Show me a bid and I'll tell you some lies. Okay? There you go. Show me a bid and I'll tell you some lies. Yes. Buy it at 67, my friend. Don't worry, it'll be 80 before you know it, right? And they're selling beautiful distribution, right? And what's really helping are the people who went and shorted between 50 and 58. They're like, oh, crap, got to cover, right? So let's see if that's what's holding this thing up right now. This is not buying, right? This is not buying, this is forced buying. So great question one. Should we expect a correction of inventory if it keeps bidding? Yes. It will keep bidding until we run out of suckers. When we run out of suckers, the bid will start dropping, the offer will start going down, right? So we are expecting an inventory correction. It might take a little bit of time to correct inventory. Sometimes it doesn't happen right away. The more people that are short and are bid to cover, look at that, there you go. But the more people who are short, the more buying you will have off the open. See? Beautiful. Those are the people who just realize, oh crap, I'm short. They all go to cover at the same time. It's the same sequence of events every single time. without fail. It's the very same sequence of events. So that pre-open inventory correction told us not to be short, right? If we weren't smart enough to get long, at least you weren't dumb enough to get short 30 points lower, right? And that's how, even if you're not really on the ball and you're not making money, you want to make sure that you are not losing money because of stupidity and bad business. Okay? For example, I was up very late last night, right? You took a long assuming forced buying. Hey, listen, if you want to buy breakouts, Ron, go right ahead. But do so with your eyes wide open and make sure that you're not sitting on your hands. Because if you're buying this thing and you catch a couple of big green candles, you sell that thing. You sell it like you stole it. Don't get into the, oh, I hope it goes higher. Okay? Good. Beautiful. Right? If you guys are going to buy breakouts, right? I want you to be shrewd buyers. I don't want you to be like la 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 la, right? I want you to be animals. I want you to be killers if you're buying breakouts, which means that breakout may not last long. So you ride it until you see that offer coming in and boom, you're gone, right? Say you bought like 70 against 68. It goes to 75. Hit those bids like you sell it like you stole it, right? You sell in this market, you sell these contracts like you stole them. Don't sit around and wait for an invitation from the queen, to come and have tea and discuss selling your contract, right? Get in, get out, get paid. Once you get skill and capital, then you can stay longer, right? That's perfect. It's 4 points. Beautiful. Way to go, Dougie. Dougie's going to have his own fund soon. Dougie will have his own fund soon. Good. Keep your money. Keep your money. Alrighty. Yeah, not a, it's good you guys had a good morning. You make a little money, before everybody wakes up, takes the pressure off. You can relax a little bit, you know. I love trading ES because of Globex. Now, sometimes Globex is really slow, right? But that's okay, you know. Yeah, let's see who comes in the store, LC. Let's see what comes into the store when we open. We got what, 30 seconds? Yeah, here we go. Now remember, today is Friday for you guys, so don't lose the money that you made in the last 3 days, okay? You try and make some money, but don't lose the money you made this week, right? There we go. You can see so much on the 1 minute candle. As soon as it looked under 75 and a quarter, boom. Right now we're off. And let's see. Now, if we get underneath 74, 72, looking for a short down to 66. Till then, I'm relaxed. I'm chill, right? Remember, if you are buying breakouts, make sure your sell orders are in there, okay? Don't screw around, right? Sell into this, right? Long 80, I'll sell 81 and a half. I don't care. Because if I hadn't sold 81 and a half, they would have just totally ripped my guts out just now. So those are the trades you got to be fast. Man, you got to be fast. If you're not fast, you get destroyed, right? Especially if you're trying to buy breakouts. Now I'm watching to see if we can get offered under 75 and a quarter, right? So I'm waiting, and if we get, underneath 75, you can sell a few, right? Remember the trade I told you about? You know, look for that seller. You're short 74, you cover some at 72 and 71, and you're done, right? Just quick in and out. Look above, fail. Short, stop, cover, right? Now, if you want more time in this trade, wait till this next candle opens and watch to see 74 is your level. Offers over 74, you should be nervous, right? If that offer stays under 74, that's good. You can stay short. See? Now, there's a standard deviation down there, so front run 69, go 70 bid, go 70 quarter, right? Go 70 quarter, 70 bid. And if you're not getting hit on the bid, take it off the offer. Because if it pops 74 and 75, all it has to do is take out 76 and you'll get a stop run up. Right? That is the mechanics of trading. So you want to get in, see what I just told you that was going to happen, didn't I? See how it poked its head over 74? Okay, good. Now you see a seller. That's what you want. You want an aggressive seller to come and knock it down hard. And then you want the next candle to not be able to take out that white line. As long as the offer is moving lower, you're okay and you're short. Right? As long as these offers keep moving lower, boom, boom, boom. Next candle should open and you'll want it to offer somewhere down here. There you go, right? So you're short the 73, 74. You're covering 68, 69. I told you about this trade before it was going to happen. Right? I took it and covered quickly. Right? I didn't stay in it, but if you want to stay in it, you could see how the offer never got above 74 quarter? You guys listening? Am I on mute? Anyone in the room? Hello? When you actually pay attention, rewind this and watch this and listen to what I say. Okay, that's how you short a market. Right? And that's how you stay in a short with big candles like this. And it's not easy, so you got to pay attention. That's why I'm talking about it. Because it looks easy and it looks really easy after the fact. But when you're in the heat of battle, you're going to screw this up. You're going to screw this up 8 ways to Sunday. So pay attention. That is the inventory correction we're looking for. Look above and fail. Right? That is an A+ setup. There you go, Ron. Don't worry about it. That is how you do it. Ultimate target is 58 and 3/4. Now, if we get to 58 and 3/4, what would be beautiful is if we do a look below and fail of 58 and 3/4. So I'll wait till the market gets back up over 60, right? And I always jump in now and get stopped out. So I've always learned to wait for the next candle. That's why I've got the timer on here. See, I would have, if I had bought it, I'd be out. Let them go and find the buyers. Let them go and find the bid. Once they find the bid, there's the overnight point of control cost basis. Give it some time and let the large traders work this out. You don't need to contribute your cash to this, right? These people have billions of dollars. Let them work out this part of the chart. Once they clear the way, if you're looking for a long, you'll wait for this. Worst case, they'll bring it all the way back down to 50 and you'll look for a look below and fail. You'll get a better price, right? I'm teaching intelligence, and hopefully that teaches you to be patient, right? This is how smart money makes money, Milo. This is smart money. Smart money always waits for everybody else to get slaughtered, right? And then they come in and pick up the pieces, okay? Yeah, your LBF doesn't have to be the same as mine, right? So I'm long 50, I'm out 52, and I got one left, and I'm out 53. Thank you, I'm done. Quick in and out, right? So I bought 50s out at 52 and 53. Now I also know now that there is a seller. So if you're a short seller, you can turn around and short this. You're looking for 34, okay? This is the inventory correction that we're supposed to get. Notice how it took about 10 minutes before we started getting downward movement. You take it up and then you sell it down. In equity trading, this is called the gap and trap. It's as old as the hills. Okay? So you'd be looking for bids at 75.30 if we take out the 40s. Okay? This is just a good old inventory correction. Just use the levels. Don't overthink it. A proper correction will come back down to 75.11. All because Milo, it's different cost basis from a different time frame. It's really simple. And what's going to help you, Milo, is every day you need to draw 20 to 50 cost basis zones. Just start drawing them, practice them. Practice them on stocks, practice them on 15-minute charts, practice them on 5-minute charts, 1-minute charts. Draw a cost basis, double it up, double it down. It's going to train your eye to see it. Very soon, all those questions that you have, they're going to start getting solved through the repetition of that. Okay? Just go with it. Right? Just go with the flow of this. In about 2 or 3 weeks, you will start understanding way more. Cool. All right. Let's see. We're right in the middle of this 2 times cost basis lower zone. Okay, so guys, remember yesterday I couldn't do an execution lab? Are you guys interested in doing one today? I was going to do one at 11. I'll put the Zoom link in. If you guys want to show up, show up. Right? And we'll be talking about execution. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. It is summer now, you know. Yeah, I mean, of course, yeah, you got to work, no problem. I'll record it. Not a problem. Not a problem. Hmm. I want to see what kind of reaction we get in those single prints. I'm curious. This market is it's strange in the fact that what am I doing here? Um, I wonder if these moves are going to hold. Right in the back of my head, I keep thinking short. And what I'm looking at is, remember this, our old friend, the gap, right? I think we might do this, trade and fill out that gap. That is a normal course of business, right? Because we still, our inventory is still under 75.11 here. It's right here. So a move up, fade back down. We went right back into cost basis, stopped, popped it back up. I don't know. We'll see if you guys respond to that. What do you think of that? Right, you can see it so clearly. Right. So let's see. Some nice back and forth trading is beautiful. You can see them. It's getting cleaned up here, right? It's getting cleaned up now. We're looking for the 50s. And what you're doing is you're looking to see where the sellers are going to step in, and you just mark it there. Because if you decide, right, say you go, you know what, I'm going to wait till they go down, right? They go down deep. Take it underneath 34, bring it back up, and I'll go position long here and sell it into strength, right? I'm preparing for that trade next, right? So if I am positioned long here, I know there's going to be a seller here. The chart has already told me where the sellers are going to be. This way you have situational awareness, right? Those of you who are shorting against that seller at 49, I'd be bidding here. I'd be 39, 38, 40 bid. Maybe put some 36 bids in to see if you can catch some low-hanging fruit. But there's gonna be front running before that 30 bid where the singles are. You can see it. It's right now. You can see the front running. Right? So there you go. You got filled at 38. Right? If you were short off the 46s. It's nice trading. Today is not bad trading. Right? Not bad trading at all. So what I'm looking for is for a move under 34 and back up over it. Let's see if I get it. You know, let's see if we get it. Just chill and wait. You got to remember, not everybody sells at the same time. Not everyone sells at the same time. So that's why it takes time now, right? You can see, oh, the offer is coming back up over 42. Uh-oh. Where are they going to sell into it? 44, 45, 46? It's going somewhere. There's going to be a seller somewhere here. Somewhere. Oh, look at that. There's some big short covering candles coming in. 38 all the way to 46 in 1 minute. Okay, so now the sellers have moved down from 49 to 46. Okay, so make note of it. It helps the short sellers know that the offer is moving lower. And it helps those who are buying know that if I buy it at 35, 36, I am going to have selling at 46. How do we know the move was short covering? Making markets for 30 years. The first people to come in to buy are shorts. People aren't people who buy size don't trade big candles like that. They want to get the size they want at the price they want. Right? They don't chase price like retail, tire biters, right? The shorts are always the first to come in. Exactly. It's exiting a position, which means buying back as fast as they can. And if you have to buy back size, Milo, if you have to go buy 750 contracts and there's only 500 for sale, you're in a little bit of trouble. Exactly. Smart money shorts, wholesale, and then retail. And the fourth buyer are the dumb money shorts. Oh, yeah, sure. Anyone who's in the room can come to the execution class. I put the link in the ES chat. Yeah, so right now, what's going on is there's some short covering because the shorts are trapped in this green box. Where's my cursor? The shorts are trapped here. And they realize it's not getting down there, so they're like, oh crap, okay, we gotta pay more. Just go buy it back, right? I mean, if these algos could speak, I know exactly what the conversations are. Like, I can't get any at 36. Frickin' take the offer at 40, you idiot. Right? Hurry, it's moving up. Okay? And we're just waiting. We're waiting for all the people who are trapped long above us to sell out. We don't want to pay too much, so you can see the market move up. You can see where the sellers are hanging out. Right? So we're being patient, waiting. I mean, I could buy this, right? Say I'm buying this area, right? If I go and start buying the 42s, 43s, I put on some size, I'll get some bids down at 40, right? Down here, right? And I say I build a little position, right? So I buy some at 42, 46, right? I bought 7 there. And I'm selling them at 44 and a quarter, right? I got 2 left. You want them? You got them, right? I got 1 left. You want them? You got it. Boom, I'm done. Thank you. Bye. That's how you work that position. You could see the shorts getting tired, right? They're hitting this thing here, and it's not going any lower than this, right? So eventually they're like, oh, F it, come in cover. So that's why I bought that, and boom, when they said F it and pushed the market up, I let them have it, right? Milo, did you follow along with what I was saying in that trade? Okay. I should hope you could hear my experience talking. Otherwise, I'm just making shit up. I hope you can hear my experience because I paid for it with 34 years of bad health and a heart attack. So I hope you can hear it. That's not a trade for you right now. No. But I wanted to follow along with the mechanics of it. All right? That is an adaptation of the look below and fail. So if you draw the balance zones, right? If you draw the balance zones and you practice taking that look below and fail, what it's going to do, it's going to lead to a mastery of one trade where you'll be able to recognize opportunity that other people will not see because they're not looking at the details, the small details, right? They're not looking at the small details of that trade. So they're missing a lot of things, right? What did I see? I was looking for this, right? To be perfectly honest, I didn't want to buy it here, right? But when I saw these candles and I saw this and then I saw this candle and I'm like, oh crap, right? This is what I wanted. This is what I had to settle for. I still made money, right? I still made money and not bad money, right? On 6 E-minis, right? Quick in and out. And the trade takes maybe a minute and a half. But that's what you will be able to do if you master the basic trade, right? If you master the basic mechanics of the basic trade, then you'll be able to do these trades. And I'm done for the day. That's it for me, right? Unless I see something totally obvious, right? But that's really all I need, right? I don't need to do anything more. And considering those soccer hooligans had me out to like 1 in the morning, right? I'm not going to push my luck. All right. Okay, what's next? Oh, okay, here's a good one. If enough people got short underneath 50 and they realize that we're going to spike up to 58 and then we'll be back up to the 64s. So what I'd be looking for now is a retrace and to go sideways like this for a little bit. Let's see if we get that. Once you learn how to trade these rotations, your life just becomes a lot easier. Hey Lear, how you doing? Can I show how much money I make for transparency? No, I can't. I can teach you how to trade and you can choose to learn or go find a guy who's driving a Lamborghini that's not his. Right? I'll tell you where to take the trades, I'll tell you how to take the trades, I'll show you how to take them. I'll tell you well in advance before the trades happen. If that's not good enough for you, sir, it's been a slice. All right, what's next? You guys awake in the room? What's going on, people? Help me out here, you guys. Start asking questions, otherwise I got to deal with these wiseacres here on YouTube. I don't care if you know I'm profitable or not. I've been doing this for 34 years. Whether you think I'm profitable or know that I'm profitable, I could give a flying you know what. And I say that with as much respect as possible. So you either want to learn how to trade or you don't. If you're already profitable, I wish you well. I'm here to try and help people. I'm not here to prove anything to somebody I don't even know on the internet. What's going on in the room, you guys? Come on, help me out here. Like, see what I'm dealing with? Look at I got to deal with these specimens asking me these questions, right? Come on, there we go. More downside, right? Can I draw? Definitely, Arcroy. There we go. You guys are waking up. Good, good. There you go. You're welcome for the help once. So you can use this as a rotation. Let's see if we look below and pop back up. See, now the thing is, Arcroy, that trade will only work as long as this bid holds here. That's why we have this next to this. So we're watching to see, as long as these single prints don't get messed with, that look below and fail of 38 up to say 44 will work. If we start losing that bid and start getting under 34, that's a warning sign. Okay? Does that make sense? Yeah. So that's our backup, right? As soon as that leaves, that trade is no longer valid, right? So this is the candle I'm interested in. See, they're pushing it under 37, right? They're offering under 37. I have no interest in going long at all. I'm not going to short into single prints, Pollux, because I don't know what's sitting right here. If these single prints weren't here, I'd be shorting this. Yeah, I would short this and I'd put my stop here and I'd cover here. But these things are a pain in the butt. They're bids that I don't know about there. That's the only reason. You could short down to them, right? That is 6 points, right? That is valid, right? You could short down to them and you would use 42 as your stop or 40 as your stop. It's going to be a bit more expensive because we still haven't proven out the bottom of that 38 box. See, look at the bid, right? See? So that's where our Croy, you'd be like buying the 39s against maybe 37, 38, selling the 42s, selling the 44s. There you go. See, nice, quick in and out, right? So that's why I didn't want to short that because the single prints held, look below and fail of the box, buy a little, put the stop, sell it, and you're done, right? It's like 5 minutes. It's like 5 minute abs, right? Look, if you came across the room accidentally, right? If you want to hang around, talk to some of the people, you're free to do that. right? I don't know you from Adam. I am not going to talk about money. Okay? You're welcome to stay and learn. And if you don't like what you hear, you can exercise your freedom and leave. We're very happy to try and help you out, but I don't have time to prove myself to you. I've been around for 34 years. I'm trying to help other people. Okay? So, what you can do is you can now stop it with this nonsense and maybe learn something, or you could have a nice day and please leave this chat. Thank you. Okay? In fact, let's just get rid of you right now. Okay? See, do you see the rotations that we're getting, right? Nice, beautiful rotations, right? Now you're shorting 47 against 49, cover some at 43, cover some at 42, right? So we're just trading back and forth like this, right? So Pollux, have I been talking about? Have I been talking about shorting a breakdown of this level? The market has given you a beautiful rotation. Why are you looking for another trade when there's money right in front of you? Oh, well, yeah, you do the look above and fail, look below and fail, right? Sorry, I thought you were trying to build a short position. No, all you got to do, right? And you don't even have to take the short if you don't want to, right? You can just wait for the long, right? Look above, fail, short, stop, cover, cover, cover. Beautiful rotation, right? That 38, will it hold again? It all depends on the buyers down here. If the market comes down and sees those buyers, it'll walk away from them. And remember, once again, if enough people short the market here and all the supply gets soaked up, we're going to do one of these. This back and forth does two things. It flushes out a lot of longs. The other thing it does is it traps a lot of people short, thinking that that box is going to break because they don't even see the box, right? So if you are thinking, okay, you know what? I'm going to build a long position, right? Just like I did before. I'm building a long position, but I want to build it in the bottom of the box. So what I'll be doing is I'll be buying 42 and under down to 36. And as soon as it gets over 43, I'm a seller. Do you guys get that? So what you do is you're working both ends of that box, right? So what you do is you're a buyer, you're a buyer, you're a buyer. And as soon as it flips there, you're on the offer all the way up. That's why the box is there, because that's what wholesale traders are doing. That is the business that is going on right now. And this is the best business for you to trade because you have very, very strict edges, right? You don't go outside your sandbox, right? So if the trade goes the wrong way against you, your risk is like a point, right? A point, point and a half. And look at the reward. That's why I like this kind of trading, because you're not looking for breakouts, you're not looking for a trend. All you do is you just play it like ping pong. And if the candles start getting really small, and the price action starts getting really slow, then you just stop, right? If it kind of freezes and it see, like right now it's kind of stuck in the middle of that box, don't do anything, right? Now this is what happens when the shorts realize, oh crap, there's nothing for sale under 44, right? You see that? And thanks you guys for keeping me calm. I think, old men, when they don't get enough sleep, they're a little cranky. So that guy kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So, oh, well. All right. I appreciate you guys. See, this is that big green. Where's, who was it? Was it Milo? Where are you, Milo? That's that big short covering candle. That's that big. That's when they realize, you know, they shorted here, they added here, and they're like, oh, let's go buy some back. Oh, wait, there's nothing for sale. And that's how that you'll see that happen over and over again in these markets. It is one of the most common business patterns that repeat over, and it happens on all time frames too, which is a cool thing, right? Because you learn this trade on these smaller time frames, and next thing you know, you can totally scale up. You can scale in time and size. And remember what I said. So those who are now positioned long, they'll be looking to sell it somewhere here, right? Above VWAP, hopefully, right? Accumulation underneath VWAP, distribution above it. That's the business. That's pretty much it. Questions? This was a great opening. It was a beautiful opening. You had inventory correction down, number one. So let's recap, right? Number one, you had the inventory correction down trade, the short. Then you had Disneyland, right? Back and forth a few times. So within the very first sort of 40 minutes of trade, this trade is a harder trade to take, okay? That inventory correction trade off the open is not easy. So if you miss this, say you miss this, I only got a couple of points on this, right? I didn't get a lot. If you miss this, focus on this. See what I'm talking about? This is a bit of a more sophisticated, it's a tougher trade. Once you get down here, right, that's where you make your money. That's where you make your money. So if you miss the big dramatic trade, you can still make bank here, right? Good stuff, Matt. Beautiful. All right. Levels are working well. That's going to backfill. Let's see if it comes back down into this area here, right? There's the top of the box. Nice and simple. Now, let's see if we catch a bid or if we come all the way back down to the bottom of it. So you don't wait. You want to wait. And if you're looking for a short, wait until it offers underneath 48. That's a good short, Chadwick. I didn't call that one out. I missed that. Shorting that 56 against the 58s and then covering here. That was nice too. There's a lot of opportunity in this market. Once we adjust ourselves to see the opportunity and then come up with an execution plan, that's the hard part, right? When I started doing this, man, this is the big thing what I want to do, right? Before I shuffle off this mortal coil, is there's a couple of things, right? I want to have retail people be able to trade with common sense and to make it practical and remove all the gibberish and double talk that most of these guys talk about so you guys can actually make some money, right? I want to simplify things the way it used to be simple, right? It's a simple business, right? You don't need a million charts. There are people who made hundreds of millions of dollars using ticker tape. They didn't even have a screen. They had a little piece of paper that came out of a telegraph machine with prices on it, you know? So it can be done. See how it's not staying under 49? Right? So if I want to short it now, right? I'll pay a little I'll get a bit of a worse price. I need to see that seller stay underneath the top of this box. Otherwise, it could very easily pop because the position's right here, right? See, and this is where you just got to be just a little shrewd and let them come in and sell it. Let them prove to you that they're lowering price. Because you don't want to sell it short here and then have it pop VWAP. See? We need to make sure that these sellers start competing. Now, the next candle is going to open in 7 seconds. When it does, this is exactly what we want. And if you are taking part and you're selling it, you're selling the 76s and the 47s, 46s, right? And you're going to have to let that work for a little bit. Now, if that offer starts moving up 48, 49, you know you're in trouble, right? So if you're short 46, put a 43 and 44 and 3/4 bid and put in another 44 bid and get hit. You just made yourself 3 points, right? Quick 3 points. I waited until it got underneath 47, right? I didn't want to short it up here at 49 because I saw it pop back up. This candle is the one that convinced me. The trade felt late. When I do good trades, they feel like I'm late. But it's okay because I'm late because I'm allowing the seller to show me that they're going to push price down, right? Now let's see if this candle can get over 46. If it can't, you can stay short and you want to put bids down just under 42, right? 41 and 3/4. There's a print. There you'd be filled. It just traded half, right? There we go. There we go. There we go. Nice, beautiful rotation. Man, that's beautiful, right? That is just beautiful. So I had a couple of contracts short. Had I had a few more short, I would have been covering 41, 42, right? This is a gift. right? These rotations, people say, oh, it's choppy, it's crap. I like to trade trend. To hell with the trend. Let somebody else go and trade the trend. I'll trade this back and forth all day, every day, right? Your risk is very, very tight. You just wait for the candles to confirm. It's a beautiful thing. Now, here's the other thing about rotation. If you fail to take out the bottom, look out for that pop, right? Look out for that pop. Jesus, that's a big short covering candle. Holy cannoli. Look at that. 42 to 52. And it still has 14 seconds left in the candle. Man, this market is thin. This is a thin market. Oh, no wonder all the old market makers hate this market. It is thin. I mean, how much volume did it take to move that price? Not much. Not much. Yeah. That's why our trade location Chadwick has to be like extra special good. You know what I mean? Our trade location has to be really, really spot on. The other thing about thin markets, my friends, is don't be afraid to admit you're wrong early. Okay? You got a thin market and you're wrong, just say you're wrong and get out. Don't don't stand in there and argue with it, because if I was short, like say I was short, right? Say I was short 46 and I didn't cover 42 and this candle happened. I'm like, oh, it's going to go back down. Oh, it's going to go back down. Oh, it's going to, I'm short 46. Oh, I'll just sell somewhere at 50. Oh, it's going to go back down. Oh, crap. I'm 10 points offside in 3 minutes. Admit you're wrong quick, right? Don't become a statistic, right? Take your lumps quickly, admit you're wrong, because this market's very unforgiving. It's insanely unforgiving, right? So just go, okay, I'm wrong, I'm out. You know, it's okay. We don't need to fight about it, right? No need to fight about it. I'm wrong, I'm out. Save your money. Really, 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 really save your money. Right. Okay, I think that's it for me this morning. So we'll see you folks at 11 o'clock in the room, all right, for the execution lab. What time is it now? Yeah. And the rest of you, thank you so much for being with us. Come check us out at tradingsyndicate.org. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for keeping me from losing my cool. Have a wonderful long weekend. And the rest of you, I will see in at 11 o'clock. The Zoom link will be in the ES trading room. And yes, it'll be recorded because I know people have to work. Cool. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. If I don't see you, stay out of trouble. Don't take candy from strange market makers. And we will see you on Monday. Bye for now.